Here are the 10 biggest noob traps that new players are going to stumble into when playing Raid Shadow Legends. And if you're a veteran player watching this, maybe this is going to give you a bit of a blast from the past and remind you of some embarrassing mistakes that you made on your account when you were just getting started, man. And alright boys, before we get to that, massive news. Dude, if you want to kickstart a brand new Raid account with a free legendary in the form of Ninja, then my god, the time is now. Sign up to Raid using my promo link down below at the top of the video description to kickstart your account with a whole bunch of free starting supplies, and then input the promo code Ninja Returns. Doing so will earn you all of the rewards that you see on screen right now, including the LEGO Attack Champ Ninja, which is of course an S-tier attack champ. Extremely powerful stuff. This is a promo code and a deal that's only going to be available to new players for the next month. Of course, if you're an existing player, you're going to get Ninja for free anyway. But if you're a new player just signing up, you don't want to miss out on this. God damn it. So go ahead, hit the promo link down below at the top of the video description, get signed up, and input that code, man. The best possible start you can dream of in Raid Shadow Legends. So first of all, I would say that noob trap number 1 is just spending big resources, things like void shards and sacred shards, because you don't know what events are, right? So you just pull a sacred shard for no reason other than, ooh, it's my first sacred shard, I'm really excited right now. You pull that crap, and it's garbage because you didn't pull it during a 2x event, right? You only want to be pulling your shards and just in general spending your, savable resources during very specific events. This of course means your shards, especially of course the ancient, void, and sacred shards, and even primal shards as well, you know, 2x primal shard pulling events do come around once every few months, I think it is. This also goes for silver as well, which you only want to be spending during artifact enhancement events. And of course your skill tomes in the tavern, right? Your rare skill tomes, epics, legendaries. Only would be spending these during clan versus clan events, as well as, of course, champion training tournaments if you need a quick boost to tournament points, right? Because you earn points from spending the goddamn skill tomes, so don't just use them randomly. Not that a new player can be blamed for doing so, by the way, because there's just no... It's very obscure as to when you should be spending these kind of resources, but a good general rule of thumb is, look, if a resource can be saved up and stockpiled, right? Something like silver, or something like, you know, your skill tomes or your shards, right, in the portal building. If they could be stockpiled, never spend them ever until you have Googled exactly when the best time to be spending these shards is on a new account. There's a lot of helpful resources online. Yeah, it just takes a little bit of homework to make sure that you're always spending these guys during their corresponding best events. Noob trap number 2, it's none other than the Great Hall, which, look at this. Oh god. Oh man, oh god, it's humiliating. I'm prostrating myself before all. And just begging forgiveness for my failings, dude. Look at this. I went ahead and I just did what I swear to God, every new player must do this. If they haven't done their homework on the Great Hall, I didn't think there was anything to the Great Hall. I didn't think I needed to look up a guide for this or whatever. But dude, I was wrong, okay? Because of course, these medals that you farm up in Arena, they're one of the stockpilable resources, okay? You can save these guys up and choose when to spend them and blah, blah, blah. Of course there's a correct way to spend them, you know? Don't do what I did. This is the noob trap right here, and I fell right into it, man. I just put a bunch of points into kind of everything. Ooh, a little bit of crit damage, a little bit of attack, blah, 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 you know? Only now have I started to, over the past, like, month or two, few months, started to kind of correct my ways a little bit. My god, accuracy is by far the best bunch of stats to be maxing out first, and most importantly, you need... New players have no way of knowing this, by the way. It's actually impossible for a new player to know this. Pretty much. You need to level one of these Great Hall nodes or whatever, for example this little sucker right here, up to rank 10. Okay, and it takes forever, and if you don't upgrade it to rank 10 you can't complete your Arbiter missions, which is like extremely important for an early account, you know? So like, dude, I'm just stuck right now on rank 6. I'm farming up Gold Arena medals right now, as you can well see, so I'm starting to recover this a little bit. But dude, this is a mess. This is probably the biggest noob trap that there is, because there's actually no way of knowing as a new player without like ridiculously extensive research of knowing that you need to level one of these guys up to rank 10. And if you don't do it like me, and now I'm stuck on the Arbiter missions because I'm currently at the level 7 Great Hall node mission, So I'm already stuck on my Arbiter missions right now, and I'm going to be stuck for the next 2 or 3 weeks at this rate, you know? For just the level 7 one. And you know what? I'm going to get all the way up to level 10. It's just going to take forever, man. It's a huge noob trap. Don't do what I did. Focus on accuracy first and foremost. It's the only thing your medal should go into. And then get one of them up to rank 10 as quickly as you possibly can. That's it. And a quick bonus noob trap. Starting off your account without a promo link or with a bad promo link. Dude, you can fix that one right now, man, by clicking on my promo link down below at the top of the video description and jumpstarting your new account with a fantastic support epic champ in the form of Rector Drath, which you will unlock at level 25 on that account. Hugely useful epic. It will also come alongside another epic in the form of none other than good old Tagore. Also another sweet support epic. Massive thanks to Raid for leveling up my promo link quite recently. One of the best possible links you can get for starting off your new Raid account. So whether you're a brand new player and you're looking for a clean slate, or you're looking to kickstart a new free-to-play adventure, then that promo link is the way to do it. So get a click, boys, and thanks so much for all of you who do. Alright, I had to unexpectedly BRB for a moment, but we're back with noob trap number 3, and that is of course going to be Yaga the Insatiable, which is the free epic champ that you get after 60 days of playtime. Yeah, Yaga is outperformed by rare champs. The amount of folks who must be baited into maxing out their Yaga thinking, ooh, this dude is gonna be great, man. He's like a consistent, reliable poisoner. Little did they know that literally Frozen Banshee is just a better Yaga. So I guess the real noob trap here is, look, man, just be careful what champs you max up. Just because they're an epic champ, it doesn't mean that they're good, right? Just do your homework, you know? The best possible advice I can give to new players, to be honest, is just to type the champion's name, okay, followed by Hell Hades into Google, and then just look at the hellhades.com reviews of that champion. That's it, man. Trust those more than the in-game reviews. They're much more accurate, and they'll actually tell you where a specific champion is useful in the game. And as a new player, you're looking for champs that are rated like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 stars in multiple different areas and like boss encounters and stuff throughout the entire game. Those versatile champs are going to be what help you progress your account in the early stages. Yaga is like average into clan boss, okay, into the Demon Lord clan boss, and that's it. Everywhere else, he's trash. Noob trap number 4, and feel free to chime in, by the way, if you feel like I miss any in this video. It's always interesting to hear what you guys have to say from your personal experience, mistakes that you made early on in your raid journey and stuff like that. But another one is the Guardian Ring. Now, while if you're buying like the monthly gem pack, okay, and you've got your gem mine all fully upgraded and you've got a good amount of gems coming in, basically, it's a good idea to unlock all of the additional slots in your Guardian Ring. That's fine, okay? You can apply those, you can apply like 5 champs this way to your sparring pit, level a bunch of food champions to help rank up your guys. It's just great. It's solid. I think the real noob trap here is one that, thankfully, I feel I've avoided, which is spending the extra batch of gems to increase the amount of experience per hour that these sparring pit slots are providing. So why is this, if I just click it down here, why is this considered a noob trap, right? It's increasing the amount of experience that you gain from 2100 experience per hour to up to 3500 experience per hour. Well, it's because every time these champs are ready to level up, you have to log into the game and manually click on the level up button, or else their progress just completely halts, okay? And that's why it's a bit of a noob trap, right? You're spending a lot of gems to get this done, and if you are unable to log into the game, like 7 or 8 or 10 times a day or something, then this increased experience rate is not going to be worth that much because, well, your champs are just going to be sitting there with their progress halted waiting for you to click the level up button. And so this upgrade, oftentimes unless you're very active in Raid, is not worth all it seems. Now that said, if you're playing Raid all day, this is a great upgrade to get, okay? If you're able to actually just exist in the game for hours and hours at a time, multiple times throughout the day, then it's great. And well, screw it. I'll leave it at that, man. You guys can come to your own conclusions as to whether or not you guys consider that a noob trap as well. Noob trap number 5 is, of course, the Cursed City, okay? Why is this a noob trap? Well, it's more of just like a common mistake or something that newer players are liable to overlook, myself included, actually, and I talked about this in a video before, but when you first unlock the Cursed City as a new player, you'll be able to clear some of the very early stages and pick up some free rewards, right? Like I've done just here, but what you might not notice is that when you first ever unlock the Cursed City, it's going to start you off on hard mode, okay? As you can see down here in the bottom left, why it does this when a normal mode is available We'll never know, okay? So just make sure that as a new player, okay, you can do some of the easier stages in hard mode most of the time, even as like a kind of like beginner account, you know? You can get some of the free rewards and stuff from the very early stages, but once you can get no further into hard mode, just make sure to switch on over to normal, because for some reason, like I made the assumption that the game had started me off on normal. It hadn't, and there was just a lot of free stuff waiting for me here in the normal rewards track, and I have no idea why it starts you off on hard, but it does. Don't fall into the pitfall of thinking that, oh god, I'm stuck on Cursed City, I guess I just can't progress anymore on this now. You can, okay? Normal mode is sitting there waiting for you. Noob trap number 6, and I'm not sure if this is really a noob trap, but I'm going to throw it in here anyway, is that, dude, don't think that you suck because you can't progress in Hydra when it first unlocks, okay? Hydra unlocks for your account. I can't remember what level on your account it unlocks, but whenever it is, it unlocks like 5 months too early, okay? Or like 4 months too early or something. It unlocks way too soon. You are not ready to do anything in Hydra for the first like 4 months after you first unlock it. Don't sweat it. Don't worry about it, okay? I mean, I know that there's going to be somebody in the comments who's like, well, actually, like 1 month after Hydra released, I was blasting like 25 million damage or something, you know? Yeah, okay. Like, the chances that was your first ever account, though, are pretty goddamn low, let's be honest. For the average beginner player, it's going to take you a long time after unlocking Hydra before you're even ready to start looking at it, okay? That's all I'm saying, right? Don't let it get you down. Trap number 7 is upgrading your items all the way up to rank 16 just because they are of a high rarity. And you get all excited, right? Because, ooh, it's your first ever, like, 5-star legendary item, or your first ever... If it's like a 4-star legendary item, you know, that's one that can really bait the hell out of people when what's really important on an item are these stat rolls. I think a good, but a rather divisive example is this mythical quality 6-star weapon that I got on my Rathalos just here. And honestly, I do not regret taking this up to plus 16. I think that it's fine, even if the stat rolls are absolutely tragic when it comes to how this thing actually upgraded, you know? I think I got this so early on my account, like a month in or something, that, look, it was a very early 6-star weapon. The Rathalos, like, login rewards were active very soon after I started playing the game, so I got this very stupidly early, and so I don't regret taking it up to 16 for that reason, because it's a goddamn 6-star, you know? What the hell was I gonna do as a new player? But even still, a more experienced player would look at this and would weep at how horrible these stat rolls are, you know. Potentially such a badass item. We just needed 1 or 2 rolls to go into crit rate or crit damage, and it would have been great. Alas, all 3 went into HP flat. And so now, as a more experienced player, even 6 months in, I can look at this and I can mourn my own loss, because this is just horrible in terms of stat rolls. And I actually re-rolled these with a Chaos Ore, and dude, HP rolled into HP. Like, it just didn't get better at all. I was so sad. And of course, once you reworked an item 1 time, you can't re-roll it again, so I'm just stuck with this now. And it sucks, but honestly, while this is maybe the best example for the point I'm trying to make, is that a huge noob trap for newer players is not realizing just how important stat rolls on an item are and how crucial they are to making an item good, right? Every 4 times you upgrade an item, okay, you're going to get a random plus roll on one of the existing substats for any really brand new players who don't know what this means, right, by stat rolls. And so I upgrade this to rank 16, I get 1 roll into crit, which is fine, and then 3 rolls into flat HP, which is horrible. Okay, so as a newer player, you want to take the time to understand what kind of stats you actually want on each type of champion, you know. On your nukers and your damage dealers, generally crit rate up until you get 100% crit total on that champ. It's very good indeed, which I'm actually still tragically lacking on Rathalos, which is just frankly embarrassing at this point. But crit damage is also very good as well. And so oftentimes, if you're upgrading an item that's maybe one of your first ever 4-star epics or one of your first ever 5-star items, you want to upgrade it 4 levels at a time and just see where the stat rolls go, okay? And if they go into things like flat HP and you level the item up to rank 12 and you don't like the look of the stat rolls so far, then just don't take it up to 16. That's how easy it is, you know? And alright, I'm glad I took a look at this champ, boys. I went ahead and just switched out his weapon real quick for a big crit roll weapon. I also switched out his gloves too, so now he has way more crit damage and is much closer, just 3% off to the 100% crit rate. I think we just made some big old improvements to my Rathalos in the process of some introspection during this video. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, man. On to the next rule. And this will be noob trap number 8 for the spenders out there, man. If you joined up Raid, you're fairly new, and you're starting to spend, and you know what you're thinking, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself this month, I'm gonna spend on the goddamn store, I'm gonna buy myself some gear. Don't do it, okay? Buying gear sets in general is one of the worst ways that you can spend your pennies on the Raid shop. First of all, this is because the gear sets that are sold on the store can usually just be farmed in-game completely for free, right? Or just by spending your energy, and then you're getting experience on your champs, you're getting silver rewards, and you're earning the gear along the way, and so it's just much, much better for efficiency. But second, okay, 30 GBP for this Instinct set right here, right? It's a 6-star weapon, 6-star helmet, 6-star shield, all legendary quality. That's great, that's awesome, that's tight. However, as a new player, there are a few problems with this, okay? The Instinct set, do you even know how good it is as a new player? That's the first and foremost, like, that's the first problem right here, you know? You have no idea as a beginner player how good a set even is. The Instinct set is fine for the early game. It's not that bad, but it will almost always be outscaled once you start progressing through the mid and then into the late game. And second, the Instinct set gives you bonus speed and the chance to ignore some enemy defense. I think it's 15% enemy defense. So because it's a speed-based set, you're really hoping, okay, to, I don't know, make champs that you put in this gear as fast as possible, and that means that if you buy these items and they do not have speed as a substat on these items, or worse yet, say you buy, like, I don't know, you're testing out the chest plate and it's got like a speed roll on it, and then you rank it up to like rank 12, just seeing where the stat rolls go, and none of the rolls go into, they all go into flat HP and flat defense, okay? Just horrible. None of them go into speed. None of them are going into things like crit damage or whatever, the kind of stats that you want on a set like this. Then it's trash. It doesn't matter that it's rank 6 and legendary, okay? It's just a garbage item that if you've been playing the game for a month, fair enough, you'll probably equip it and get some use out of it, but it's very, very quickly going to become useless. So just understand that as you are buying gear on the shop, you are effectively playing a artifact casino, okay? That's what you're playing when you buy gear from the store. Now, if you are a brand new player and you're actually looking to spend and you want something very, very efficient to spend your pennies on, dude, you cannot go worse or go wrong with buying the gem pack, okay? It's like $10 a month, okay? It's the same as like what? It's like, is that how much like a Netflix sub is or something? Or like a subscription to like an online game like World of Warcraft is or whatever, you know? It's the same kind of deal. And you get a fat amount of gems over the course of 30 days. And yeah, I buy this thing monthly, okay? This is like my monthly spend on Raid. I always pick up the goddamn daily gem pack. It's just so good, so useful, so versatile, and is much more worth your pennies, generally speaking, than buying the gear sets. But this probably isn't news to you because, I don't know, unless you've only been playing the game for a month or something, and you probably heard that tip before, you know? Noob trap number 9, failing to complete your advanced quests, okay? And why do I say this? This is a specific quest in the advanced quests section that can cause people some issues and kind of trip people up, and it did with me for a few weeks until I sort of figured it out, and then I saw other people in the clan talking about it, because our clan is, generally speaking, newer players, people who've been playing the game for maybe a few months, and we all like growing and learning together, and it's awesome. But yeah, I wasn't the only one. Every now and then, an advanced quest will pop up asking you to clear 2 stages in the Cursed City. Okay, so you're thinking to yourself, all right, dude, I've got to find a way to kind of crack the Cursed City, right? So you go into here and you check it out. Okay, I've been stuck on this for a while, and I've been stuck on this for a while. I'm not going to be able to do this goddamn advanced quest, man. Even if I get this one done, I don't have the team ready to kill off the Scarab, and so I guess I'm just not going to be able to do this advanced quest, man. And that's what I thought for like my first few weeks, you know. What you can actually do is just go into one of the very easy stages and just beat it twice. That's it. It doesn't matter if you have already cleared the stage on Cursed City. Just kill the stage twice again, okay? You won't get any rewards for doing that outright, but you will get that advanced quest complete, allowing you to complete all of your advanced quests for that day, okay? Sounds very obvious, I'm sure, to like 97% of the people watching this video, but on the off chance that there's really a brand new player just starting out the game, don't get tripped up by this. Just know that you can clear the same stage over and over again to get that advanced quest done that we just talked about. And let me just click on my Guardian ring so we get some of that efficiency going. Very lovely indeed. Okay, man. Noob trap number 10. No matter how tempting it may be, okay, unless it's your literal starter champ like my kill right here, do not be buying your champions masteries using gems, okay? You can get away with it on your starter champ, okay? You want to spend all of your early gems on, I would argue, just buying the masteries on your starting champ and then leveling up your gem mine building. That to me is the best possible way that you can be spending your gems early on in Raid Shadow Legends. But using Doom Priest as an example here, you don't want to be doing this, right? Ooh, look at all these masteries. Oh my god, man, I just got this new champ. She's absolutely awesome, and I can't wait, man. I'm just going to go ahead and get all the scrolls and bam! Spending the 800 gems to get the masteries. While it's fine on your starter champ to help you progress a little bit, and if you've got gems coming out of your ass, okay, you've got so many gems that it doesn't matter to you that you're spending them on the masteries, like 10,000 plus or something. Okay, fair enough, you might, like, you do you, you know? But if you've got like 10,000 gems, you're either spending a lot or you've been playing the game for a hell of a long time, so you already know what you're doing, right? You don't need to be hearing this tip, but as a new player, don't be doing this. As you can see up here in the top left, I have all kinds of scrolls ready to spend on Doom Priest, and these are the currency required to actually level up each of these masteries, right? So I'm just ready to spend these. I'm still farming them up. However, in the Minotaur dungeon, which is where you want to be. There it is, Minotaur's Labyrinth. This is where you want to be farming up your mastery scrolls. Why? Because if you do it this way, okay, and you're spending the energy and the time required, fair enough, okay? If you want to save time, you might just want to spend the gems. Again, that's totally up to you, but in terms of efficiency, it is so much better to just grind Minotaur. Why? Because you're earning experience on your champs, okay? As you blast Minotaur over and over and over, which is great. You're earning silver as you farm up the mastery scrolls required. And if you're super efficient about it, you can do something a little bit like this. And there it is. So what we've got right here is a few of my rank 6 champs that are not yet level 60 and don't have any masteries. And then I have a couple of my champs here who are maxed up. They have all their masteries already, and they are just here to carry the rest of these guys through the dungeon, right? And so this way, I'm actually efficiently farming experience on all of these guys. I could even just get rid of Archer Queen as well, so more of the experience goes to these guys. And this is the way that you want to be doing it. You want to be farming up masteries on your champs before they hit level 60. Christ, as soon as they're like rank 6 and maybe like level 20 or something, just take them into Minotaur from then on out, you know, and just farm up the rest of their levels and their scrolls and silver at the same time in Minotaur. It is a billion times more efficient in terms of how many gains your account is making in terms of XP, silver, everything, really. Just farm Minotaur, okay, instead of buying your goddamn gems with masteries. Buying your masteries with gems, I mean. I'm tripping off my words because I'm fuming. And before everybody rages at me for saying, oh my god, you mentioned earlier noob trap in this video was leveling and ranking up the wrong champions, okay? And now here you are, ranking up Garrog. Yeah, well, I'm doing it for fun, okay? It's a fun experiment. And yeah, I want to enjoy the game a little bit at the same time, you know? So, as with all of these noob traps, there's some of them that you don't have to take too seriously, you know. At the end of the day, doing everything maximally efficiently on your account can get a little bit tedious. And you know what? I just wanted to have some fun, and if I could make a less than well-rated legendary champ, do some work for me. But speaking of champs, a bonus noob trap is, look man, not all champions need to be leveled up to max in order to do a job for you, man. Just because a champion is good and is doing some good work for you right now doesn't mean that you need to level it all the way up to rank 6 and level 60, okay? It's a big trap for new players, right? A lot of champs, especially support style champions that are bringing things like buffs and that are bringing things like revive, right? You can just kind of leave them at level 50 for a long time and they can do a damn good job for you. But you know what? I think we're going to do a video on that soon. Talk about the checklist, okay, that you can kind of run down to help you decide which kind of champ you want to take up to level 60 next. I think that might be quite helpful as well for some newer folks that follow the channel. And hey man, once again, if you're a new player looking to kickstart a new Raid Shadow Legends account, the best possible way that you can do that is by clicking on the promo link down below at the top of the video description, create that new account and input the promo code NinjaReturns to instantly start your fresh new account with a free copy of a Giga Chad Attack Legendary. Thanks for watching again, guys, and I'm going to catch all of y'all just a tad bit later, man.